And now to honor America, please welcome our anthem singer tonight out of Williamston, Miss Jessie Adams.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
So upcoming next, Roger, will be our feature event for our Gross Construction Street Stocks.
Oh boy. Yeah, last time they were here, there was a lot of circumstance. I was going to say pomp and circumstance, but it was a lot of circumstance. We shall see here as here they come for their main event. And it looks like 25 laps will be the distance, and on the pole out of Hastings will be Jerry Ballard in car 22, and to his right out of Clio in car number 9 it's Jim Miller Jr. Row 2 out of Battle Creek, car number 67 belongs to Aaron Newman, and out of Portage in car number 7 it's Norm Overheiser. Johnny Hayden from Genesee in car 64, defending champion Ron Hart out of Owosso. Larry Seeley out of Burlington in car number 42 makes up row number 4. Outside of him from Davison, the 0 of Adam Rowe. The latest winner, Jim Miller Sr. out of Lake City in the K9, going to start inside row number 5 with your fast qualifier Tim Lahar in car number 20. He's out of Lansing. Row 6 from Chelsea, the 3 of Cole Munson and Dusty Link out of Swartz Creek, last year's Rookie of the Year in the 26L. James Bowers in the F24, scheduled deep in the field. And I believe Chaz Taylor, did he make it out? I don't see that Chaz made it out, so that looks like who we have for this 25-lap main event. You can't see the lights yet, but they are a-flashing as we get set for our parade laps here for your Gross Construction Street Stocks. Your first A main of the night. How about we get up on our feet, wave to your favorite drivers in your street stock division here at Owosso Speedway. as they work their way out of turn number 4. The Strawberry Queen with the green flag. We're racing! They wiggle and they wobble down out of turn number 2. 3 wide going through the pack. Overheiser dropping like a rock in the middle. We got contact spin in turn number 4. And we got cars all over the place. A tire off a rim, falling and slowly dropping to the apron.
Well, I believe the 67 of Aaron Newman was caught up in that. I believe the 64 of Johnny Hayden may be the white car with the front end pushed in.
Now 25 laps, and they apparently thought maybe this was the money lap, and we got a number of cars involved over here. Yeah, your Hayden, and definitely, yeah, the 67 of Newman was the car that has its back to us here in turn number 4.
Owosso Speedway proudly partners with Gross Construction of New Lothrop, serving as the title sponsor for the Street Stock Division in 2024. With over 15 years of experience, Gross Construction excels in both commercial and residential projects, encompassing new construction, repairs, and restorations. Specializing in various aspects of construction, Gross Construction is well-versed in site work, utilities, standard and decorative concrete, as well as flat and structural work. They offer comprehensive planning, management, and assistance for building multi-phase projects. If you're considering a building project, Gross Construction is the name to trust. Contact Gross Construction at 810-287-3652. That's 810-287-3652. Or visit their website at grossconstruction.org to learn more about their services.
Well, nice job by the safety officials and their north side towing crew to remove the vehicles over there in turn number 4, as we'll do a complete restart here on this. Your Gross Construction Street Stocks, and well, that first start was pretty gross.
Well, on the plus side, we get to try
are you talking
again.
About my weight?
Ha! Nailed it. But in all seriousness, 1-to-go signal. We do not choose for this. It is a complete restart.
That's probably good news for Overheiser in the number 7, because he had lost a ton of spots on that first lap. He got kind of stuck in the middle of everyone wanting to go 3 wide.
Clowns to the left of me, jokers to the right.
And it was probably a good thing he had dropped back, because he was able to avoid that incident. He goes back to the outside of row number 2 as the field ready to go. Miller Jr. and Jerry Ballard back to the green. Let's try it again.
Ron Hart takes it 3 wide on the start to the inside of Ballard. Miller hangs out on the outside. This has the makings of going just as bad as the first time.
Why 3 wide wasn't working? Why would they think they should do 4 wide is beyond me, but somehow we drove through it. As Hart is taking over the top spot, Ballard falls to second. He's battling still with Miller. Lahar in 4th, and Miller Sr. back there in the 5th spot.
Lahar and Miller battling for 3rd. Looks like Lahar is going to have the position. It's a little Miller on Miller violence here as Jim Miller Sr. gets around. He'll now move up to the 4th spot as Lahar going to try to test the waters on the outside groove, looking to get around the 22 of Ballard, but the car gets well away from him. Lahar able to keep it pointed straight, but gives up 2, 3, 4, 5 positions, it looks like.
Boy, that was certainly some dirt track racing there as Lahar was well outside the groove. Just couldn't find any grip. Now he's behind the row, and Miller and Rowe a bit of a problem there in the center of the corner, makes contact with Miller Jr., so he's going to fall back. Meanwhile, Miller Sr. up at the front of the field is going to take 2nd away from Ballard. Action all over the track, and I think maybe it calmed down for a moment.
If it is, it looks like it may only be briefly as Hart leads, but looks like the handle of the car not to his liking. The back end very tail happy. Miller shows him the nose in 1 and 2.
No battle yet, but Miller Sr. lurking there in the second spot. He looks to the inside. Your race leader out of turn 2. Can't get it done. Hart able to drive him out of the corner. Front 2 now starting to pull away. Ballard losing touch with that lead duel as he's back there in third. Seeley in fourth. Lahar got himself back up to fifth. He's about 3/4 of a straightaway back behind your leaders. So your fast qualifier again having issues trying to get to the front of the field. Still a lot of laps to go. 21 remain, so only 9 complete. Now is a battle for the third spot. And the 42 is Seeley a bit sideways.
And sideways right in front of the 20 of Lahar, as the 22 of Jerry Ballard going to be showing the black flag. Several laps quicker than his qualifying time. So he'll exit the speedway as the battle continues to rage at the front of the field.
Jim Miller Sr. there. Almost getting some of that contact. Boy, look at him make the move to the inside in the center of the corner. He pulls alongside Hart down the back straightaway. He'll drive it hard into turn 3 and take over as your new leader. Trying to size up Miller. Lahar trying to take over the third spot. He'll pull to the inside of the 42 of Larry Seeley as they head into 3.
Boy, this race for Lahar has to feel like he's been running an obstacle course. Got out of shape in the upper grooves early on, fell back through the running order. Had the 42 of Seeley nearly spin out in front of him, had to check up. He's lost a ton of ground on the rest of the field.
Yeah, he's going to have to hope that these lap cars that are in front of him actually just won now as we're going to lose the 42 or the F24 James Bowers. Munson, the next one, maybe to go a lap down here. And he's got to hope that these the slow car will at least help them catch the top 2 because they're well out in front.
Now Hart able to keep within striking distance, but as of yet has not made a move, which is pretty impressive given the way that the back end of the 51 just seems to be trying to pass the front end of the car.
Almost like it's setting just a little bit different than it had been earlier on. And the front 2 about it's going to be about a full straightaway ahead of Lahar, Seeley, and Overheiser, which would complete your top 5. 12 laps to go. And the caution flag is out. Caution comes out. And I'm looking around, wondering what may be the reason for the caution. Well, I guess there's some concern that a vehicle may be, it looks like maybe the K9 may have been leaking some fuel. They want to check on that, obviously for safety reasons. Field will get to 1 to go.
Roger, I feel like we've seen this before.
Whoa, my bald head? Yes, we have.
No, I'm talking about on the track.
Oh, yeah.
18 in, 12 to go.
Yeah, look at the front row. Yeah.
It's Miller and Lahar at the front of the field.
And, and it was Miller winning that one, but definitely got some damage on the rear from the 20 racing hard.
Yeah, I would say there's no love lost.
No, none at all.
We'll see what happens. 12 to go. Green flag back out.
Let's see what happens. We can't count out that 51 either.
Lahar,
Here we go.
wow, a big drive down the back straightaway, but Miller hangs with him on the inside.
Miller doesn't quite have Lahar cleared. He does now, but Lahar gets a nice run, but does not get to the back bumper. Problems on the sealing machine. He's going to lose a spot here if he's not careful, as Rose underneath him in the 0 car. Front 3 nose to tail. Oh, look out, we're 3 wide.
And the battle continues on now. Miller's still holding on Lahar as we're inside of 10 to go now. Possible problems for the 0 of Adam Rowe. He's given up quite a bit of ground here in the last few laps, falling to second to last on the track. Miller continues to lead Lahar and Hart, your top 3 runners. Lahar again beginning to close the distance on Miller. Was quicker that last lap by. Coming out to 6 laps remaining. Miller still holding strong out in front. Identical laps that last time between Miller and Lahar. Identical to the 1,000th of a second. Go now, 5 laps remaining. Miller quicker that last lap. Advantage just under a half second. So now a fairly even gap between first, second, and third. Coming down now to 3 laps to go as we head back to the line. It's still Miller leading. Miller, the quicker of the 2 once again, beginning to extend his lead. About 0.6 of a second now as we come to 2 laps to go. Into turn number 3, out of turn number 4. White flag is out, 1 lap to go. And Lahar has closed the gap consistently the last 2 laps. He may have 1 shot at it. Doesn't look like it's going to happen, but Lahar's sails are off into 3 and 4. Nothing doing. Your winner is going to be Jim Miller Sr. Tim Lahar second, Ron Hart third, Larry Seeley fourth, and Norm Overheiser completes the top 5. Well, he has been undefeated so far this season as he heads over to victory lane. Well, race fans, got a quick update for you. 50-50 tickets will remain on sale through the end of the Big O Classic 100. 50-50 tickets will go on through this 100-lap feature. We'll pull the winner at the conclusion of the Big O Classic. And in the meantime, we'll throw things down to Roger Williams to get a word with our winner.
Well, Jim Miller Sr. tonight as he climbs out of the machine. Jim Miller Sr., another win. It always seems like when there are the week before.
Okay, we got to take the mic. Can we start in turn 4 and get a wave? Can we do the NASCAR wave? Start in turn 4. Everybody jump up all the way, make the wave all the way down. Come on, come on, come on. There we go, there we go, there we go, there we go. Let's get it to go back. Let's get it to go back. Thank you. Thank you, people.
And he wants to say nothing more, but son having a birthday today. Performance Auto on the side of this finish line, seamless gutters, Top Speed Motorsports, wall-built performance, Corona road bar, Dort transmission on it. How about it one more time, Jim Miller Sr. with the win tonight.